Houston has had a quarterback problem for years. They've had 8 different quarterbacks under Bill O'Brien. They watched Peyton Manning lead the division and go give John Elway a Super Bowl as an executive. They had better not, okay? Mr. Bob McNair, Rick Smith, Bill O'Brien they had better not sit back on their hands and say, we're straight with Brock Osweiler. You already overpaid for Denver's mistake, okay? You already overpaid their backup quarterback. You had better not go into this season with that defense and that wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins and Lamar Miller and that team ready to rock and roll with Brock Osweiler and Tom Savage as your quarterbacks. They need to pay up whatever it's going to take, restructure contracts, but get Tony Romo to Houston. It makes more sense for Houston. They deserve a quarterback in Houston. They've gone too long without a quarterback. That team needs to get him in the worst way, keep him away from Denver and having him do the same thing that Peyton Manning did for them.
For a moment, let's forget about what Houston deserves. I think Tony Romo deserves this. You know my general policy, Mike. I don't feel bad for professional athletes because of the title, professional athletes. But I have a certain level of sympathy for Tony Romo. And I understood why it was very hard for Jerry Jones to let go. The team that the Cowboys have matured into, the team that they've become, should have been the team that Romo always had. It's kind of like in a relationship when you're with somebody and they don't have their stuff together and then you're trying to wait it out. You leave them because you're not right for each other, and then you see them finally blossom into the person you always knew they could be, but at that point it's too late. Old history is old history, and that's what the Cowboys have become. He had to
nobody forced him to get hurt.
No, nobody forced him to get hurt, but even before that, he was saddled with bad defenses, suspect coaching, upheaval.
They got to 500 enough to blow it in week 17 in large part because of him.
And he was the one who became a convenient whipping boy for a lot of their fans.
No, we're both Romo defenders.
We were always defending him, and we always knew he had elite talent in this league. So from that standpoint, I'd love to see him go to Houston because, like you, I believe that's the best opportunity for Tony Romo to win. When you look at Denver, they're going through a little bit of transition, okay?
New head coach.
New head coach. DeMarcus Ware isn't getting any
new D coordinator.
New D coordinator. He's not getting any younger. You certainly have a defense that's aging a little bit.